Hey everyone, welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we have a very exciting Twilight Princess rando race. This is winner bracket finals between Gymnast and Bewildebeest. On commentary today we have Audio Pixie and Lee Harold. Tracking today we have Alexander Harold, and the commentators will take it from here.
Hello everyone, and we've got ourselves quite a very hype match between two awesome legends here. We have Gymnast and Beast.
Yeah, definitely a matchup that was on a lot of predictions for the bracket. And awesome timing because we are off to the races. All right, right off the gate, let's see.
Farron and Purple Mist. Farron Field and Purple Mist. And Forest Lake.
Oh, we
Lake
got a
Bed.
Snow Peak seed. There we go, all right.
Yes, we get to look into Eyes of Yeto.
Yes. All right. Gonna be interesting here to see what kind of pathing we're getting from the both of them.
Yeah.
I want to say they're both in the Ordon denial camp of philosophy of TPR rando, where oh my gosh, sword. Okay. Vanilla wooden sword. Oh, you love to see it.
Yep.
I feel like that's a good omen. Yeah. All right.
They're both leaving. Jim going to Sacred Grove, and Gymnast going to
Zora's Domain. Okay, yeah, that seems standard for the both of them. Yeah. Well, in that case, generally speaking, the kind of idea behind leaving Ordon early is there are a couple of checks that you need items for to grab there.
Like a fishing rod.
Yeah, and the lantern.
Yeah.
So it does help to come back and be able to do all of those things a little more efficiently when you have everything, as well as gathering some hints, because sometimes you can get hinted out of having to do something.
Forest Temple of Diababa. And I think that was outside Southern Castle.
Yeah, it might have been the fountain chest.
Yeah.
It was the slingshot, so we aren't going to be seeing the slingshot today, it would seem.
Helping Isa's dead. Goron Springwater Rush is dead.
All right, gonna see what Ashe has for us.
And it looks like Beast is now following into Zora's Domain as well.
Yeah, generally, both of these routes, even though they're doing them in a slightly different order, is revolving around gathering 4 Posouls, so that inevitably, when they end up in Castletown, they will have enough to cash in on the Giovanni 20 Posoul reward. So, usually building in, there's the one in Sacred Grove. Oh yeah, speaking of which...
Still path.
Ordon Cat Rescue, I think, was hinted dead there. So.
Yep. Hylian Shield, not useful. And there's 2 chests on the other side of Zora's Domain that are accessible with the current inventory. Yeah, oh yes, and 2 pose.
Some ghosts to gather. Yeah, possibly we'll see Lake Hylia after this. Between the Poe there and Flight by Fowl, that's usually a pretty good spot to head to after.
Yeah. Actually, most of Lake Hylia should be clearable, with the exception of the underwater chest. Oh, and a bomb bag! That's actually massive.
Yeah, that's the other thing about the immediately leaving Ordon path is it really prioritizes gathering information, which is very much a valuable resource at the very start here. So this routing is able to string together quite a few hint signs and try to get as many of those big hints in your back pocket as quickly as possible. Which, yeah, speaking of which, we'll see another one here in the fishing hole.
We should be able to see pretty much all the hints here. Like, we know Izza's dead, so we don't need to worry about rescuing her. Okay, what was that on there? I think it was a heart or bombs?
I think that was a heart piece, yeah.
Zora armor required on what we got, the
so
bomb bag.
Shellblade Grotto is required, and then, yeah, hinted another bomb bag. Won't have to be doing that, though.
Yeah.
Well.
Heart container. Okay, there's nothing else in Upper Zora's River.
Now seeing Jim headed back to Sacred Grove. So, I mean, they've done things slightly out of order, but it's been essentially the same route so far.
Yeah. Now I'm curious on what Jim will be doing. Yeah, there's lake. There's also there's also Castle Town. Okay, yep. Beast is heading to lake.
At almost exactly the same time, actually. So, yeah, pretty much just locked in here. Actually, considering that Jim's timer is about, on his screen, a second ahead, I think that was truly a simultaneous warp to Lake Hylia.
Jim's actually diverting here by going up to the...
Oh, yeah.
Well, diverging here by going up to the grotto first. Because then he can also follow that up with getting the Aru's memo check.
Baron Snowpeak. So, safe to say we will be seeing that last.
Yep. It looks like Beast is going straight for that Shellblade Grotto.
Yeah. I mean, fair enough. It has to be done. Definitely, a little bit easier with a different item loadout. Not... To be honest, I have you seen the regular bomb technique here? I think I've been operating off of the assumption that this would have required water bombs, but...
Well, it looks like he's,
Okay.
Looks like he's gotten all of them now.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I'm gonna trust the process. Haven't seen it before, though. Very cool, alright.
It's not too much further until Lakebed Temple is completable.
Yeah, need to find our first claw shot. As well as either the bow
There's a skill
or the boomerang. The attack of the shell blade extends indefinitely vertically. Oh, okay, interesting. So there's no sort of height cap on the hitbox.
Yep. Plus, I think Beast really wanted to wear his Zora armor right away. But we'll be seeing Flight by Foul from both of them. Oh, and the goats were dead, so there'll be no Howards today.
Yeah. But I believe that does mean we will be seeing Bo when the time comes.
Probably. And he could be quite nasty when it comes to RNG.
Yeah.
He's a run killer for a reason.
Yeah, well, considering how neck and neck things are, and have been already, it's
Ooh, a
definitely
bug.
going to be important.
At least the
Yes,
bug came in handy.
Yeah. We love to see the male snail. There's that last Poe. The count's only at 19, but there's one in Giovanni's house, so.
Yep.
For all intents and purposes, that'll be 20.
I think it's for the last two checks that are near Lineru Springs.
Yeah. Not really any point entering Lineru Spring at this point. Unless you really wanted the hint, I suppose. Because Beast does have Zora armor, but that, wouldn't be the most efficient choice at this juncture, so probably be seeing that later. But yeah, yet to see if bugs are going to be of any importance this run. But safe to say we'll probably be seeing Castletown shortly after this,
Yeah.
so.
Just gotta put
Yeah,
this chicken
so-
safely on the chest. As long as it doesn't get scared. Useless guy character.
Yeah, this regrab on the chicken is pretty crucial because I think you lose almost a full minute if the chicken either runs off or you miss it somehow.
Another
Ooh, another
bug?
bug.
And Beast is going straight to Cac.
Rico. Okay.
Well, good to know that the dungeons command is working. So, if
That's so helpful.
anyone in
I
chat
love
is
that.
curious, we can just type in !dungeons, and you'll know which dungeons we need to complete. But for the most part, it looks like both of them are tied for now. But Gymnast is going to be doing more checks outside of Lake.
Been a lack of path hints so far, so
Aside
I'm
from
guessing we're
Forest
gonna
Temple.
pick up. Yeah, which is it was a bit of a self hint, so those are useful though. Because you tend to not want to enter a dungeon until you've found most everything you need to beat it.
Oh my god. That's the same as like
I
That's the
was
exact same
watching
hints.
Beast
Forest
side and I
Temple
think
to
they're all
Diababa.
repeats. Yeah, okay. Yeah, which it is useful because I mean being able to know to like not delay and just kind of not be running around looking for the boomerang or something and hoping that it might be within Forest Temple itself.
Sorry, Char will not buy your love. We have more important things to do. Oh, this is Baron!
Oh. All right.
Castletown Baron. That's quite interesting.
That doesn't include Agatha, I believe. She is a separate zone, so yeah.
She's still separate from that.
Yeah, we will still be checking this
Ball
out.
and Chain.
That's super required.
If one of the bugs that we found happens to be a ball and chain, that'll actually be really good.
Well, let's see. Jim did not do the statue chests, so...
Well, looks like we're gonna have to find more bugs.
Yeah, when when Beast makes his way over to Castletown, we'll be able to see if that... Was it a mantis? Grasshopper? I don't quite remember. The other one that
It
he
was a
grabbed.
mantis. A male mantis. There's a few checks here, plus the hints here. Bomb bag is skippable, yes. Wait, Plum's dead?
Skippable.
Plum is
Sorry.
dead! No!
The disappointment.
My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined because this seed decided to choose war. Well, at least we have, like, one low sphere 0 check here, and we also have a double claw shot lock check that can be obtained out of logic.
Yeah. Gonna be seeing that after the Tektite Grotto here.
I think
yeah,
Beast is going to be doing the Elden loop.
Up into Eldenfield. Yeah, there's another out of logic check there. That at least during qualifiers had a reputation for always having something of importance.
Yep.
At least that I had observed. But yet to be seen.
I mean, there's always that possibility.
And getting this alcove chest, actually in logic because they do have bombs. Still just incredibly quick to do it the unorthodox method, I guess.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Those are double claw shot locked.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's a very interesting kind of logical path there because they are logically required for Lakebed Temple entry.
So Lakebed Temple does not have any claw shots. That's good to know.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine... Okay, Eldenfield to Blizzetta.
Well, we're gonna potentially find out right now. If Beast finds a bug here, I wouldn't be shocked if it's that Agatha ball and chain.
Cora was nothing today, sadly. And I think Beast is gonna... I mean, Jim's gonna be doing an out-of-logic check fairly soon. No need.
Yeah.
Purple Mist.
Oh,
Purple
that's
Mist
true.
being
That was
foolish.
a starting hint.
That basically locks out all the lantern lock checks in Farron Woods.
Yeah, which is a very, very big chunk of the checks that you unlock when you find the lantern. The density that Farron Woods has is quite a bit. But yeah, immediately warping out of there because we know that there's nothing to be found. And gonna be seeing another hint here. There's that Castletown hint, yeah. Where are the paths? We're up to 2 now, but
we're just missing an item path.
Third one, yeah.
I think Jim's now going to be picking up that praying mantis now.
Yeah, which we're not sure yet if that's going to be the ball and chain.
Oh, fishing rod in Eldenfield.
Well, that would solve the path hint then.
Yep.
Pretty much immediately. Yeah.
And we know that ball and chain is locked behind one of the bugs. And there's only 5 remaining ones, one of which we've already found, because the male snail is already confirmed to be dead.
Yeah, it is a lot of Snow Peak progression for a seed with Barren Snow Peak. But will be good later when we won't be experiencing a casino for those things.
Uh-oh, the chicken looks like it's about to run off. Oh, never mind. Jim's
Alright,
got
save.
it. Yes, they did kill a snail. The seed killed a snail.
Chicken. Oh, having boots now, we're gonna be able to grab 2 checks and a sign in here.
Yep.
And gonna be seeing this out of logic check on Beast's side as well.
Yeah. Alright. Smooth as butter.
Yeah, one of the easier ones to pick up if you're trying to learn some out of logic tricks.
Ball and chain to spinner.
Oh, okay. That's
all of our path hints now.
yeah. Would it be correct to say that has to be Peak Province?
And sadly, the DDR lock check here in field was nothing. And I think Beast is just gonna set up a
Okay, yeah.
the warp pad here. And Jim will probably be following that up with what Beast has done, so just pick up a fishing rod. Oh, wait, no,
Oh,
Beast has been killed. F's in chat for him. Well, at least they don't. At least he spawns like within the bridge itself, rather than like all the way back at the entrance near Kakariko, because that certainly would have been the case in Ocarina of Time.
yeah.
But then again, Twilight Princess is a bigger game.
Yeah, it kind of them to have registered the bridge as a starting point there.
Just imagine how cruel it would be in the final room before getting to Ganondorf. If you had to start from the very beginning of the room, it would be awful.
So, I'm trying to reverse engineer that ball and chain to spinner hint, because my first thought was, well, it can't be anything bombable. It has to be something that's exclusively a ball and chain hint. But
it'd just be in Snow Peak Province.
Yeah. Because we know that the Ice Block Puzzle Cave, well, it's a bomb bag. So, but it's not the only bomb bag. So I don't think that changes the fact that it would have to be Snow Peak Province. There it is. All right. Speaking of ball and chain.
Thank you, Male Mantis.
Which Jim is holding on to, just...
Another bug! Why is she underwater? But it looks like Beast will also be picking up his iron boots.
Yeah, which... At this moment in time, I feel like it is almost gonna make sense to head into Forest Temple pretty soon.
Yeah, Forest Temple would probably be the best play right now.
Yeah, normally you'd be really hoping to find your boomerang out somewhere in the overworld or somewhere else first, but considering that Forest Temple is path to Diababa, might want to make that a priority because there's a good chance it's just in Forest Temple itself.
Yep.
Or we'll find a claw shot in Forest Temple that'll
lead to it.
Get us there, because, yeah, as you were able to deduce, can't have a claw shot in Lakebed, and Snow Peak's barren, so our claw shot options are dwindling. Yes, logically you need the boomerang to beat Diababa. There are ways around that for sure, but or at least to get there, but you still need it to get through certain stuff.
I just need to know what Beast will be doing now. Because he did save quit.
Yeah.
He's going to be getting the iron boots first.
I mean, yeah, I guess he's determined that that's just a faster way to, just movement-wise, that saves time.
Oh, I see. That makes sense. And this is probably a rush into Forest Temple.
Yeah, so... Yeah. I would not be shocked if we found at least one claw in there.
I hope they're able to give Trill their entire life savings after this siege.
Yeah. Just need magic armor, and then it's worth it. They have boots though, so we will not be seeing Trill strats.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're not aware, magic armor, when you have no rupees, acts as iron boots minus the magnetic factor, but yeah, if you don't have boots and you need to do some underwater checks and things like that, magic armor can be used for that, but you need to have no money, so very occasionally giving your life savings to Trill is actually optimal.
Yeah. Just like killing spiders with a ball and chain. I mean, there's no other way to do it from that distance. Ooh, the boss key immediately.
Yep. Just nice and easy.
That's one of our monkeys that has followed us.
Yeah, I really like how Link rocks up and is like, "Don't worry, I'll save you," and just whips out a ball and chain.
Yep. Yeah, it's like it's not a best out of 3. I don't think that normally happens until like grand finals.
Yeah, so at this stage, just to kind of get you caught up, yeah, as Alex said, the loser of today is going to go down to the loser's bracket, and then we'll end up settling the loser's bracket, seeing who comes out on top there, and then winner of the loser's bracket will come back up to challenge today's winner. So, we are in the finals, as in the final stretch, but today... Oh, there is that claw shot. Yeah, okay. Yeah, today will not be our last match, though.
Okay, so Ook has nothing, and Lakebed Temple has a sword. Just a sword.
Nice to see.
I think Jim will be following Beast into Forest Temple as well.
Yeah, wouldn't be shocked at this point.
I mean, Hookshot locks quite a lot of checks. It locks our iron boots, or at least 2 of those claw shots too.
Yeah, so that's that that path hint kind of working, where it's possible that there's an intended double dip on Forest Temple here, meaning the seed is requiring you to actually enter, leave, and come back, which is always a little unfortunate when it comes to your end time. Yeah. But in competition, if it's required, it's will affect both of them equally. So
This check will have to be orphaned, but it's not too bad to get back to.
yeah, always a little nerve-wracking because it leaves you in the awkward situation of, do I risk it and just leave it behind? Which can certainly pay off. And when you've got a really close match, sometimes risky plays are what makes the difference. So we'll see when Boomerang decides to enter the chat, but
And we're seeing Lantern Cave on Gymnast's side. There's at least 2 checks he can do. The third one he won't be able to get until he gets a lantern. More water bombs.
why are all of the bugs just... There, what? I think we're at 5 out of 6 now, right? Yeah, thank you. Thank you for keeping score. I appreciate it.
I mean, it is the Forest Temple.
Yeah.
Most of them do like forests or parks.
Yeah, definitely the buggiest dungeon.
This seed is bugged.
Yeah. Well, starting with vanilla wooden sword was fantastic. So
Looks like Beast is gonna be getting Oku. But it looks like Beast is just pulling ahead for now.
yeah, it's one of those things that you don't really know how it's going to affect things until a bit later. Because when you have one person sort of rush into a dungeon and the other's still going around the overworld, what can end up happening is later the other player is going around and doing all of those overworld checks anyway, so it kind of balances back out. So it's really a matter of what you end up finding. Having that claw shot, though, is definitely suggesting that Forest Temple was the right call. So remains to be seen, but
Yeah. I think it's just one more check in here
finally
until
seeing
Boomerang
Ordon.
is hard required. Yeah. It's fairly check dense. There's still a few checks that are inaccessible. I know at
Yeah, he
least
doesn't
Cat
have his
Rescue is
lantern.
done. Because he can be done, but it's already been hinted dead. And Goat's already been hinted dead as well, so... It's mostly just going to be Bo that makes the hardest... makes this part the hardest.
Yeah. We could see Bobo once again.
Yes. Yes, they've killed a cat. The seed has in fact killed a cat. That's why cats normally shouldn't be eating chocolate.
I think the cat's just gonna be stuck in an infinite state of
Hunger.
just trying to catch a fish on its own. And
So basically like
all right, got
Sylvester.
my wallet. Yeah, I remember being so annoyed with the cat getting all the credit from Sarah. After you catch the fish. I like how Link keeps quiet about it, though. He's like, yeah, the cat caught the fish on its own, sure.
Yep. Oh, that's a rod.
Okay, minion rod, yeah.
That opens up one check at least in the Sacred Grove. Now we're gonna see Bo. The rod on its own only locks one check, but it is possible that that might lead to something.
Alright. Time to see everybody's favorite version of rock, paper, scissors. Jim's gonna be hoping for just a swift smack and a push here.
Oh my god.
He got him with the dodge. There we go. He's got pushed back a bit though, so he's gonna need a second one. Alright, and there it is.
Bo being pretty nice today. Let's see what he has for us. Oh, another bomb bag.
Another Sphere Zero bomb bag. Alright, it wasn't Bo, but it was Bo bombs.
Yes.
Right.
And now we're gonna be getting...
Going to Sacred Grove. Gonna grab that single Dominion Rod check.
I mean,
as
the
well as
grotto can also be done.
Grotto, yeah. Yes, there's an abundance of bombs and ball and chains and just, you know, breakable stuff in Logic at the moment.
Right, and this last check is for Lake Hylia. Let's see what it is. Oh!
Wow, alright, yeah.
That's
Well, that's
already Snow Peak Ruins available.
Yeah.
Even if it is foolish.
Just a bottle, but we found the half milk.
Yes. Everyone loves milk. So Claus can't be in Snow Peak Province. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, anything that's found with iron boots is double claw locked, which is...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fishing rod is a progression item.
Like, to get the coral earring is like the second progression of the fishing rod.
Yeah, there's a few synonyms for things that we were called either foolish, barren, dead, junk.
Yep. Oh,
other
there
claw
it is!
shot! Okay.
That's massive. That's also claw
Yeah.
locked. But now Lake Bed should be mostly completable.
It's pretty much wide open. Can you knock down... I don't know. Logically, I don't think you can knock down the stalactites with ball and chain. I don't know if they... I don't think they reach. So, yeah, a boomerang or... a bow is going to be required to actually make any reasonable progress there. That being said, the odds of it being boomerang locked here is
yeah.
Or the odds of the boomerang being claw locked is, yeah. Also, very handy place to grab that second claw shot since there are 2 double claw shot checks right here.
Oh my god!
The other Dominion rod. Yeah, so Jim's finally made his way over to Forest Temple, which is definitely for the best because as we're seeing on Beast's side, that claw shot really is unlocking a lot of this seed.
Yep. Now what does Beast do? It looks like... Oh my god, the spider!
Unfortunate. I think that'll reach.
Yeah.
Needs to...
Yeah,
there we go.
The sounds of death.
Yeah.
It looks like Beast is going straight for Lake Bed.
Yeah.
I mean, there are at least 2 chests before the requirement of the bow or the boomerang.
Yeah, if either of those end up being something, this will have been a very, very good play.
Yep.
Because yeah, there's only those 2 checks in the first room that should be available at the moment.
It's only a matter of time before Beast decides to go to Ordon as well, because that does put a lot of checks available.
Yeah, will be interesting to see how long that takes. I would imagine chances are he's not gonna want to until he grabs that lantern. And considering we've seen both Dominion rods, it wouldn't be shocking if there's something behind an owl statue. Oh, another
There's
sword,
another
though.
sword. That's
Okay.
the one that was hinted in Lakebed.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, purple friend!
I think Beast might have been thinking he was able to do more in here, yeah. Having to turn around and leave. I mean, can't be too mad, though, having upgraded to Ordon Sword. That's just gonna make a lot of things, a lot easier, so.
Yep.
Also, just double ukuing to to exit Lakebed via Forest Temple.
Yeah. Kind of wish you... I think a lot of people want, like, Uku to be, like, where you can set up different warp spots in each temple.
Yeah, there's been talk about Universal Uku at some point down the line. I think I'm definitely hoping that ends up being a thing because yeah, Uku can be a bit finicky. There's a few situations you can walk into where you suddenly lose your Uku, and then yeah, a bit beyond just not being able to have more than one dungeon kind of going at a time.
Doing the Kakariko Gorge double claw locked
Yeah.
check here in logic is not something we see too often.
A bow.
Oh!
That's
And it
what he
paid
needed
off!
to get past that room. Yeah.
Time to go back into Lakebed, maybe?
Yeah, I mean...
Or actually...
Yeah, he might want to just... It's convenient to grab some stuff right now, but I wouldn't be surprised if he just heads back pretty quickly here.
Yeah.
Yeah, not being able to full clear this, this grotto's rough, because you end up orphaning the one lantern check.
Yeah. I mean, the beauty of it is that you can save quit out.
Yeah, it's not the fastest grotto to roll out of.
But now I'm just really hyped to see sub 1 hour Lakebed. Well, more of it.
Yeah, this is all coming together pretty quickly. What's interesting is absolutely not a whisper of anything desert related yet. No memo, no hints pointing anywhere in that direction, so with a couple of things left that we're still looking for, there's a chance that kind of opens up a whole new part of the map at some point and sends things over that way, but remains to be seen. Sometimes you manage to do it desertless.
Mm-hmm. I see the bad pun. Okay, that is Helmasaur Grotto check.
It has in fact been a dry desert.
What the heck is this, Mario Kart?
Yeah.
Alright. Just see what the Helmasaurs have for now. Ow. Not
Yeah.
exactly the best angle, but Beast makes it work.
Yeah, I think that I think that's my least favorite grotto.
Yeah, Helmasaurs could be really
Memo has been spotted.
Well,
There it is. Yeah, you know, in Beast's position right now, I guess he doesn't have lanterns, so he can't do everything up Snow Peak, actually. Yeah, actually, yeah. In that case, I would probably be wanting to find a lantern first. But, just given that item-to-item hint, the ball and chain leading to the spinner, be wanting to figure that one out sooner rather than later, although one of them is a lantern-locked check, so...
yeah. This is definitely gonna be Jim's other fishing rod, or rather the coral earring. But yeah, Jim does have the ball and chain. Wonder, will Gymnast be... Yep, he'll be going into Linear Spring. Actually, he should be able to get DDR.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see if he chases those down right away or not. Could potentially unlock actually, I guess the boomerang could be a DDR check.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which would unlock Lakebed and Forest Temple for him at the same time, if that ended up being the case. Yes, I every time I do say DDR check or read it, my brain does go Dance Dance Revolution. But yeah, in this context, we're referring to Double Dominion Rod, but DDR is just so much more fun.
Yes. It looks like Beast is going to go into Lakebed Temple again.
Yeah, speaking of DDR, there it is.
And that is a wealth of checks now available for Gymnast.
Yeah. Oh, he's actually headed to Desert. Yeah, between the bow that Beast has and the desert access, that definitely feels like a leg up, but it really is going to depend on just if there is anything in desert, or, you know, anything behind those things, because Jim, having done Ordon, likewise, if there's something hidden behind a double Dominion Rod check, then that actually could be putting him at the advantage. So we're gonna kind of see here who's ahead, I think,
Yeah.
just based on who's finding stuff. But yeah, I think these next couple checks are going to be kind of a decider on that.
There are a ton of checks in desert, so
Yeah,
and
very, very check dense in desert.
there's only 3 checks that Beast can't get to right now with his current inventory. 1 in the north and 2 in the south.
Yeah, he doesn't have boomerang, so he can't out of logic it either.
Well,
Remains to be seen.
yep, Jim's gonna be picking up his memo.
But yeah, things we're hoping to see here would be either the lantern or the boomerang. Those are really the things to be on the lookout for. Would take a sword as well, but we'll have some hints for those down the line, so
Yeah.
don't have to worry about it too much. Spinner could be anywhere. We had the ball and chain path to spinner hint, though. So that narrows it down quite a bit, since there aren't a ton of things that are exclusively ball and chain locked. Oh, I guess that was the only way to kill the Waltulas at the start. That makes sense.
Bow was double claw locked, and both claws were locked behind the ball and chain.
Yeah. Unfortunately, nobody was willing to do a fountain chest out of logic to grab that slingshot. Can't understand why.
Well, I mean, it's still claw locked. Magic armor!
Magic armor! You love to see it.
Yep. And so far, the desert really hasn't been providing much. It really has been dry.
Yeah, unfortunately no ability to LJA here, and having to do the pretty slow P-hat intended method there. That's just kind of a long auto-scroller grabbing that check.
Yeah.
But yeah, Beast coming over here to steal one of these boars. It's part of the desert routing to switch it to nighttime pretty much immediately, because then the timing lines up so you can just sneak up there and skip a cutscene. Since
they have terrible eyesight at night.
Yeah, very terrible eyesight at night.
Also, a Shay sketch, so that's
Yeah,
one check
so
at least.
maybe something remains to be seen.
Just barely missed the tower.
Yeah, they can be oddly finicky.
Grand Theft Hog. And another bottle.
Yeah, so far, unfortunately, on Jim's side, we have the knowledge that there is not much to be found
Aside
ahead of
from
him
one,
here.
2 checks that you'll be able to do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. Forgot about the double Dominion Rod ones. So, still a chance that we will see something. But the rest of
Finally,
Desert,
a lake
as of
fest?
now... I would be guessing that Beast is headed back to Lake Bed at this point.
Oh yeah.
Which will be interesting to see the sword hint in there. Since we don't have our most swords in province hint yet.
Yeah.
And so far we've had one in Ordon and one in Lake Bed, so.
Yeah. So if there's a hint for another one we don't know of, that would be great. But if not, then, well, we're screwed. It does feel bad to double dip Lake Bed Temple like this.
Yeah, Lake Bed is one of the slower dungeon re-entries if you don't have Uku. There's a few that are kind of bad. Lake Bed's a bit slow. Snow Peak's slow because you need to do snowboarding all over again.
Yep.
Arbiter's isn't great either, but... ones like Forest Temple and City in the Skies are just kind of... you kind of just walk right back
And
in.
Temple of Time.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness, this Helmasaur. Alright. We'll see what this chest is near the entrance. Alright. We haven't really seen much of the owl statue chests because, well, Beast didn't have access to it before. So we'll see these 2 brand new checks on Jim's side.
Yeah, there's still a chance that having the double Dominion Rod is gonna pay off here in the form of a boomerang or the like, but shall see.
Oh! There
Oh,
it is!
spinner.
There's the spinner!
Yeah,
That
very
makes
cool.
sense. Yeah, the worst part is that Beast is gonna have to come back in for that. Yes, Desert Spinner was DDR locked.
Alright.
Alright, nothing beyond this
Nothing.
point. One in
A
Lanayru
sword in
province.
Lanayru. Yeah, we haven't seen that, so... a valuable hint. That also tells us that our 4th sword isn't in a dungeon.
There's still Azor's Domain and Lanayru Field.
Yeah, Lanayru Field would be, and considering all of Castletown is barren, Lanayru Field would make sense.
But yes, Spinner is hard required. It's one of the only ways to get up to Hyrule Castle, along with Double Claw Shot. and the rang. And you'll either need the bow or the lantern.
Yeah, which we saw the bow on Beast's side from that double claw shot check in Kakariko Gorge. Remains to be seen where the other two are, though.
But we do have ourselves a bit of a race now. Because that's spinner location.
Yeah, that definitely helps a lot. Yeah, it all just kind of depends. Where the boomerang is still something that could really change things depending on who finds that first. Oh, we got Validation Rupee on Beast's side.
Beast has more progression in dungeons so far because they both did Forest Temple before needing the rang, but Beast is doing more lake bed, whereas Jim has not gone into lake bed whatsoever. And we know that West Side is dead, so that's going to be very good for both of them.
Yeah, overall, I'd say Beast is leading at the moment, but it doesn't really feel quite definitive yet because, considering he's done Desert, when he does get around to doing Ordon and getting that double Dominion Rod, there's just a lot of things that he needs to do to get to that point, of getting that spinner, so we'll see when he decides to do that.
There's the boss key.
Got the boss key. Nice to be able to do that trick, as to not have to, raise the water level in here to get across that bridge. 'Cause that's pretty slow.
It is.
Oh, gonna be seeing Elden Stock Cave here.
Mm-hmm. Save for one check because no lantern.
Yeah, at the moment, Jim's pretty much halted from dungeon progression by either needing a boomerang, which would unlock forest and lake bed for him, or finding a bow, which would let him make some lake bed moves, so. It's really a question of when he finds one of those.
Oh!
Oh!
A sword in Elden!
Yeah, so, I mean, that's all the swords that, I mean, from the viewer end, with kind of no mode on Master Sword there, but yeah, so the fourth one would be that Lanairu one that was hinted, wherever that may be.
Yep. There's another skill for Beast.
Yeah, skill's been few and far between so far. Oh my gosh!
There's the ring!
Oh, okay, so...
That's locked behind the bow.
Yeah, so Jim is 100% looking for a bow.
Oh yeah.
And we know that there's that one in Kakariko Gorge.
Honestly, if Jim just decides to get the bow, or if he finds another one like here, that should put him almost in go mode.
Yeah, he wouldn't know it, but it would be. Yeah, and on Beast's side, he needs to head over to Ordon to get that other Dominion Rod, and then head into Gerudo Desert to get that
The second Dom
owl
Rod for
statue.
Beast is on Bow. No, that was a bomb bag, but it was an Ordon.
It was an Ordon check, yeah. May have been the sword. But yeah, he needs to head back to Ordon, which, if he's holding off for the lantern at this point, kind of looking like that might not show anytime soon, so hard to say. Oh, okay. Jim is warping to Kakariko Gorge. That's gonna be huge for him.
Depends on which direction he goes.
Yeah, hopefully.
This is the DDR. Never mind.
Oh, never mind. Turn around.
He kind of baited us.
Yeah. Yeah, Beast needs Spinner, which, on our end here we know is double Dominion Rod locked, so it's gonna be, his pathing has to be Ordon and then to Gerudo Desert to get that double Dominion Rod check for the Spinner. He also needs another sword. We know that the two that he's potentially able to get, one of them, there's that bow for Jim. One of them Jim just grabbed in the Eldenstock cave. And then we know that there's one somewhere in Lanairu that we haven't seen yet. So he'll need to find one of those as well. On Jim's end, we know that he's going to get his Master Sword in Lakebed Temple, because it's just right there at the start, so he'll definitely just be grabbing that one. But yeah, Jim's in go mode and just doesn't know it yet. But he can rush all of his dungeons at this point. On no mode. Yes, exactly.
Yep. We know of the Lanairu province one, but we know where the other swords are, by extension.
Maybe just want to check off the bow for Jim there, but yeah, it looks like he's going to be headed to Lakebed Temple at this point, where we know he's going to find his Master Sword and the boomerang, so that'll be that for Jim at this point. Beast is essentially on a timer to figure out this spinner situation, which, in the time that it's going to take Jim to do Lakebed, if he makes all the right choices, like, he has time to do Ordon and, you know, grab that double Dominion Rod check, but I don't think it's likely that he would do things. It wouldn't make sense for him to do them perfectly in that order, so because generally speaking, I don't really see Gerudo Desert Dominion Rod checks being the first ones to go for usually, so
I think Beast is going to go straight into Forest Temple.
Yeah, and just clear that out. Well, that's... Ooh, yeah, that's going to save Jim a lot of time, because...
Well, he's going into Domain first before Forest Temple.
Yeah. Yeah, if Beast does Forest Temple first and, like, clears anything out, like, further, they've done most of it at this point, both of them, I guess, but...
Yeah.
Jim's gonna be able to just rush the boss there, without having to check anything further, so... Underwater Goron, gonna see if this, has anything. Maybe this has been a bow all along, who knows? arrows. Oh, it's close. He's doing the quick strats to resurface at the water there instead of having to do the slow swim back up.
Greg!
Greg has been spotted. Jim doesn't have the boomerang. Yeah, he's gonna walk into it though.
He knows that he won't. He'll know soon enough that he won't have to do west side. And
Yeah.
east side is a lot faster to clear out.
Yeah, also, depending on his routing here, he might be able to skip
Boss
some
Key and
lake
Forest
bed
Temple was
checks.
on the very first chest, like in the entrance.
Yeah, lake bed, it's gonna be the bridge chest.
Yep.
But yeah, as soon as he finds that boomerang, he's in go mode, so. Yeah, Jim's pretty much on rails at this point for what the rest of this run is gonna look like. And so yeah, every moment that Beast isn't in Ordon.
Well, I mean, he might be able to follow that up.
Yeah, right now, yeah. So yeah, it's checks like these that, like, Jim's not gonna have to do that check that Beast just did, because when he gets around to Forest Temple, he's gonna know that he's in go mode and doesn't need to bother checking those things. It does appear we're gonna be getting left side Hyrule Castle, which is rare.
Mm-hmm.
Unless we happen to find a lantern on Diababa, I guess. But
I mean,
yeah,
it is possible.
As far as required items to beat the game, there's a number of things that you need, but there's two kind of paths you can take in Hyrule Castle. One requires lantern and one requires the bow. The lantern path is faster and easier because mainly because on that side you have to fight two Dynalfos, I think they're called.
And they die in one hit if you have bomb arrows, whereas Dark Nuts take a lot more hits.
Dark Nuts are a different story. Yeah, the double Dark Nut fight is a bit unfortunate. But if you don't have Lantern, what are you gonna do? It's just gonna get to see a lot of Dark Nut combat. It is excessive, like, having to do 4 different fights all the way up. Quite a bit.
That's Beast's second boss here. We'll see what the Baba leaves us in a moment. Heart.
I like how the bow disappeared when he sheathed the sword.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's also going to be the question of where the bedroom key is in Snow Peak. Historically, for Restream, it's the first chest. I think this has happened more than once, that it's just one of those
It actually
armory
happened
chests.
in a previous Restream.
Yeah.
Yeah, SPR was hinted dead.
Yeah, Baron Snow Peak is pretty par for the course.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Looks like Beast is
Jim
doing
is-
Fernwoods at least.
yeah. Jim is about 2 checks away from finding his boomerang and being ready to finish this.
Oh, he's gonna be doing this check. Like, doing the, he's gonna do a bit of damage boosting.
Back to Zora's domain. You could be correct that he's just gonna...
Oh,
Go
that
to
was a
Snow
little
Peak.
early. That was a
Safe
little
to
late.
say that Jim is very much ahead at this point. We're about to see him bomb boost over this ledge here, where
Missed.
we know he's gonna find his boomerang, and then that's gonna be go mode for him.
Oh, come on. Nice.
There it is. There it is.
I believe it's this next chest that has it.
Yeah. Oh, one more. Other side. And yeah, on Beast's side, looks like he's going to be headed up to Snow Peak. Wonder if he's gonna be checking those grotto checks on the way up.
Oh, yes, it's Sniffa time.
It is Sniffa time.
And sniffing our way over to Snow Peak Ruins. At least one check can be done here in Snow Peak Province.
Yeah, the other terrible grotto.
Oh yeah.
But we'll likely get to see it actually done well. I tend to just try to brute force it and suffer the consequences. Yeah, given how quickly Jim is gonna clear out Forest Temple and Snow Peak,
But yeah, I do have to agree with Isaac here. If this last check has it, then it'll probably bring Beast back in. And with
yeah,
Lantern,
it
it
would
does make it a
point
little
him.
bit faster for Hyrule Castle. Because dealing with Dark Nuts is much more painful.
Oh my gosh!
Nice!
Wait, it's not over.
That's huge!
How? Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I mean that's gonna point him towards Ordon. I am concerned at what order he would do the double Dominion Rod checks in, where Gerudo Desert would be one of the later ones. But there's a chance. I mean, everything he's doing right now going up Snow Peak needs to get done at some point anyway, so it really doesn't make a difference. One thing though is Beast also doesn't have the Master Sword yet, so he actually does have another thing that he needs to find.
Yep.
So that's either Stock Cave or
Somewhere in the neighboring province.
the Mystery Sword, yeah.
It could be either in Domain or in the Nehru Field. It could also be in the Nehru Springs on the Lantern chest.
Yeah.
It's just there's so few checks in the Nehru province now.
Yeah.
Heck, it might even just be outside Southern Castle Town on I think it was Tightrope. There's a bottle of oil.
We've seen 3 of the swords, and it was hinted that there's a sword in Lanairu that we haven't seen. So, yeah, he's pretty locked in on his options there.
Yeah, I think that's passed. It's gonna be just outright doing Snow Peak, seeing if he can get the bedroom key. And spoilers for the last match, Beast had the very first chest in the entrance had the bedroom key, so if we see that again, it'll be absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, and I think that was maybe the 2nd or 3rd time that that's happened on Restream for Snow Peak, so, yeah, bit of a reputation for, having an early bedroom key.
Yep.
Jim's got the Uku still for Forest Temple.
Yeah, Jim's definitely playing it like it is go mode. Yes, he is. Which is why he's just going straight to
Lantern isn't strictly required because he has the bow. He could just go through the left side of Hyrule Castle. The only thing that requires Lantern is just to do the faster route, but he can just not do that. Yeah, it was that the Friezard Grotto up Snow Peak that had the Lantern, but he can just forego that.
There's another key. There's 2 keys so far.
Yeah, not getting the same bedroom key luck that we're used to.
Chandelier chest has another small key.
Yeah, it'll save him. That'll save Beast some time over Jim, but not really enough to make up for the time loss at this stage, considering he needs quite a few things.
Yes, boss key is definitely not on one of the 3 hinted chests here. Wallet's nice though. For nothing, at least in these settings.
I mean, it gives you the nice red rupee icon.
Yes. Man, this has been a more brutal Snow Peak Ruins.
I just realized that sound effect when Diababa was shriveling up there sounds like the Friezard sound effect when you're doing Friezard skip.
Oh, I think it's because it is.
I think it's the same one, yeah.
Oh, fairy tears.
Great fairy tears. No mortal draw, unfortunately, so won't get to see the ultra quick Beast Ganon, but
the LJ not being kind to Beast today. At least in this room. Cheese! And another small key. Uh-oh. Still, I find it humorous that like cheese and a pumpkin are considered keys.
I mean, yeah, they're interesting items because functionally, they open doors. That's what they do when you get them. So,
Yes.
for all intents and purposes, they're just treated as keys. Even to the point where if you're playing on Keysy, where it gives you all of the small keys, you'll start with the pumpkin and the cheese as well, I believe. Gonna be interesting to see if they do Snow Peak stuff, Snow Peak Ruin stuff in the same order, since there's, it's one of the more variable dungeons as far as routing goes. There's a bit more choice in,
Also more sniffa.
also more sniffa. But yeah, the sequencing here can be a little different. Still nothing.
Yeah, this key location's been horrible.
Yeah. Would be unfortunate if it's Dark Hammer. It's all right
Yeah.
though. We get to see more of Snow Peak Ruins, which normally for a barren dungeon, a lot of people are always really happy to see Snow Peak Ruins be required because it's a pretty big favorite all around. And then a lot of the time, it ends up being barren, and you just grab the key and go. So, at least we're getting to see some of it.
Yeah. Well, at least 2 bomb arrows is all it's needed to kill the Dark Hammer.
Yeah, Beast would have to, like, essentially roll a nat 20 3 times in a row on routing. It would have to be Ordon, straight to desert, straight into a master sword somewhere. So,
There's the pumpkin.
there is the pumpkin.
Sadly, the pumpkin does nothing for us except open a door, which we're well past. Oh,
Still nothing. Oh my gosh.
oh my god,
Wow.
it's on the right side.
Yeah.
That's awful. This is probably the worst the barren Snow Peak Ruins in a while. No, it's not vanilla, sadly, because that would be in the chapel. I think normal routing is usually like left side, isn't it?
Yeah, this could be a very, very good time for Jim, depending on what he decides to do first here. I don't know what if he has like a I don't know like what his kind of consistent routing is for Snow Peak, but
There it is!
there
It
we
was on
go.
Pumpkin Chest, I think. But that's not a great spot.
No, truly isn't.
But I mean, at least it's more interesting than, first key, first chest. Yeah, if Jim goes to the left and full clears from there, he's definitely going to be giving Beast more time, but I think that's just conventional routing, so it's fair.
Yeah, these are two runners who know what the most efficient way to clear stuff out is. It nature of randos. Sometimes that doesn't work out, but very good reason that they're going to be doing everything that they're doing in that order. All right. Gonna get to see the Blizzetta fight here. Snow Peak is barren, yeah. First phase here is pretty straightforward. Second phase is pretty fun, though. There's a pretty easy quick kill you can do. That I imagine is what we're about to see. So, also, Eyes of Yeto are incoming. Yeah. So get ready. Yep. Hit off of the wall. Then let yourself get hit.
More cheese for our runners, both of them.
And that's a boss fight.
Yep, down goes Blizzetta.
Don't call it easy. Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty consistent one overall, I find.
Who needs spinner? I see what you did there. Oh, time to look into Eyes of Yeto.
Has anybody made like
cutscene's always charming.
Has anybody made like an Ocean Eyes yet, like edit of Yeto yet? Because if somebody could, it'd be so greatly appreciated.
Yeah, it's like, well, what does Beast do now? He's got Lantern, so it's likely he'll pick up the DDR. It's just unclear on what he'll do after. Because you have you've got quite a lot of the game remaining. Jim just has to go straight through Hyrule Castle. Sure, it'll take a bit longer to kill a couple more Dark Nuts, but still...
Bomblings! Oh.
Bomblings were in Yetta's heart the whole time.
Bomblings are true love. Yeah, maybe...
Maybe she could have taken one of the bugs in Forest Temple.
Yeah, we really saw, like, every bug this seed, I think.
Yeah. And... there we go. But it looks like we'll be getting Zora's Domain checks here first. Or at least one.
Yeah, if this is that Lanairu sword... If it is... He needs to warp to Ordon immediately. And then as soon as he gets the Double Dominion Rod, he needs to choose Desert first.
Yeah. Aw. Unfortunately, it wasn't.
Mm. Beast is more and more cooked by the second, I think, that he doesn't find this sword or warp to Ordon. But yeah, at this stage, I mean, Jim should be out of here in the next couple minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Beast is gonna do Spinnerless HC.
Yeah, I don't think so. It's banned as well.
This could be the sword.
It could be, yeah.
I mean, this wouldn't be the first time I've seen it.
In here, yeah.
Nope. That's unfortunate. Means it's either in Lanayru Field or it's on one of the chests in, I think it was Tightrope chest, wasn't it? That wasn't hinted?
Yeah, tightrope chest. I think it was the fountain that was the hint.
Jim got one of the swords in Elden Stock Cave.
Yeah, which wasn't hinted in any way, so...
There's the bedroom key for Jim.
See, if that check had been the DDR spinner, would have been a different story, but...
Yeah. I mean, you truly do need the Sword of Evil's Bane to kill Ganondorf, or at least seal him away.
Yeah, Master Sword is a non-negotiable. Yeah, I believe it was actually the statue chest, so he can't even do the LJA strats to do it out of logic.
But one of the major setbacks of getting Lantern late is that there's so many scattered checks all across each province, which just makes it a routing nightmare.
Yeah, it's pretty much go over here and get one check, go over there and
there's
get one
another bow.
check.
Yeah, Lantern has no logical relevance towards the DDR at all this seed.
No, the only thing it can really do is point him towards Ordon, since he can full clear that now, but he's still holding off, looking for that sword.
And slide. That's always nice to see.
There's a chance that the sword is the spinner track chest.
Yeah. It wasn't hinted. Or not!
Oh,
it's just underwater.
Yep.
Now we know where all the swords are. And the first one is basically vanilla.
There is the Ordon plate, yep. Well,
yeah.
Beast won't be too far behind at this stage, but
He's still on the timer.
Yeah.
Because all Jim has to do is dart directly to
Hyrule Castle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll just be a question of if he's, you know, 5 minutes behind or like 10 minutes behind, depending on the order of operations for DDR checks. But yeah.
I mean, if you consider ball and chain path to spinner to include that, then sure.
Yeah, I mean, ball and chain was path to, everything, essentially.
Yeah, it locked the first claw shot, which locked almost the entire seed that wasn't a bomb bag.
Preparing
Or a
second
single
Eyes of
fishing
Yeto
rod.
here.
Yes. Who need mirror? And I mean, you don't really need it in these settings either. Just imagine being able to replace the mirror text with like, who need a few shadow, or who need whatever item. Yeah, it's strange that Beast is skipping all the other checks in Ordon. Definitely risky to go all in on just the lantern for now. Helm splitter.
No, I admire the commitment. No! No shot!
Uh-oh.
Wait!
Oh, no.
Wait! What?
Well then, goodbye,
Um,
Beast.
Well, now he's cooked.
Oh yeah. I think he's just going for that spinner, like thinking because the ball and chain is directly locked behind, directly locks the lantern, even though I think that might be the reasoning. This really is like a difference between understanding the logic versus the execution.
Yeah, that's the thing with this matchup is the skill set wise, it's like Jim's got the advantage on routing and the rando side of things.
Beast has definitely got the slightly better execution, given that he regularly speedruns this game. He does a
it's
lot
also
of hundos.
I think plays Twilight Princess a little more exclusively as well.
Yeah. Well, he's done some Majora's Mask as well. But, like, Twilight Princess is his bread and butter, for sure. But
yeah,
being
Beast
able
has
to
been
understand the logic is very important.
Beast has been playing Wii recently, I think, actually. The secret third thing that often gets ignored. Yeah, but
It was on Ordon's sword, if I'm not mistaken. Which then led to the Sky character in Deserts, which had the spinner. You could just simply skip past these Lizalfos since they're not going to do too much. They're weak.
yes, and now this is the part where left side is a bit slower than right side. Going for the one at a time strategy where you
Lure one
of them over. as this is wrapping up, I think I totally blanked on the 1 hour check-in, but just want to extend a thank you to Alex, who's in the tracker cage today, and to Baseball, our restreamer. Thank you very much.
Alright, this fight should be so much easier now that the Dark Nuts have been destroyed. Oh, this was hinted, wasn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
Mortal draw, at least, so,
Yeah, it's funny, those kinds of hints I tend to... My brain just automatically forgets them because my methodology for that is I'll just check it off on the tracker. And I'm not quite sure what his approach is there, but...
Alright, that is, yeah, Jim's gonna be finished long before Beast finds his go mode, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You'll find
Beast
a sword, but that's about it.
Oh, he's even skipping. He's just fully committed to the lantern here.
Yeah. I think it's because he's going for that item path, believing that those two checks in particular are only locked, and that was a dragonfly!
Oh my gosh, he's not even grabbing other stuff. Yeah, wow. He's like... He's at a point where he's gonna just run out of lantern checks.
Yeah. That's the unfortunate part of not fully understanding the
Oh,
item
you know what
path.
that means? He's gonna go all the way through Gerudo Desert to Po Grotto, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yes, players do have their own trackers. Some of them even write hints down. Well, a lot of them write hints down, whether it's like on their own trackers or on a piece of paper or in a notepad.
The trackers for Restream are just for Restream purposes, for the viewers. Because, yeah, the trackers go beyond just the item tracking as well. They're,
First Dorito.
Yeah. They have, like, full maps with, like, all the checks and everything, too, so they can kind of fully keep track of all of their progress. Also logically shows you what you can and can't do, which is the big help in...
That's another Dorito.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's advertising, if it's a free product, but...
Well, we do have another match on Sunday, a lower bracket between Floosh and Unknown Pigeon.
Oh yeah, if you want to check the bracket, Alex has just posted it there. So yeah, so what the deal is we're gonna see... Yeah, Floosh and Unknown Pigeon are gonna see... I believe it's between the two of them who's gonna be against Beast after that, right?
No, there's still another...
Oh no, there's one more. Okay.
Yeah. Rafa and Jeeves.
Oh, that's right. I don't think that's scheduled yet, but... Yeah, so a couple of losers bracket matches to get through, which Beast is now gonna go and be a part of. And then out of all of them who are left, whoever comes out on top of that losers bracket will come back up to contest Jim for the win. So, quite a few matches to still go, but we at least have know who one of our finalist contenders is going to be.
Well, I'm pretty sure Gymnast has probably let Beast know about that part of the logic in regards to the
Yeah, Beast
ball
technically
and
still
chain.
could win if Beast is the winner of the losers bracket, and then comes back up and is able to beat Jim later. Then yes,
Yeah,
it'll be hard. He'll have to beat Jim like I think
twice.
twice. Yeah, whereas Jim, because it's double elimination and Jim hasn't lost yet. If he wins, he just takes it. It's kind of your reward for not having lost any matches. But for Beast, since he got knocked out, he would have to win twice. So, definitely a taller hill to climb on Beast's side, but there is a chance that we're seeing this matchup again. But yeah, at this stage in the competition, I mean, everybody who's left is, you know, highly competitive players who, you know, it's going to be kind of hard to predict how the last couple of matches are going to shake out here, so should be interesting.
Yeah, we're basically down to our final 6.
Yeah, and I believe the final 6 were all, at this point, like, top 10 from qualifiers, seeding-wise.
Yep.
But we're about to have time over on Gymnast's side here. A definitive sub 2.
Mm-hmm. I think he's had sub 2s for every single seed in this tournament, at least on bracket stages.
Really?
Oh, getting all the meme items out.
The full boots and magic armor.
Just missing the lantern, of course.
Yeah,
But
Beast on his side, staring confused at the map. But GG's.
yep.
GG's to Jim. Will be interesting to see if Beast finishes here.
He's forfeit already.
Yeah.
But that's fine. Because that spinner was not in a nice location.
No, it wasn't.
And GG's to both of you.
GG's.
Hello, GG's.
Yep, GG. That was a real interesting seed.
Oh yeah. Ball and chain locking every single projectile weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that the ball and chain path to spinner hint was basically useless.
Yep.
Yeah.
It locked everything else. Except a bomb. I think 2 bomb bags.
Yeah, there was a lot of Sphere Zero explosives going on.
Ooh, I never found the third path hint. There was ball and chain to spinner, and oh, I forget what the other one was.
It was Elder Field to Blizzetta, and then Forest Temple to Diababa, which was the
Hook
kind
shot.
of
Oh yeah,
claw
what was
shot
the Blizzetta
path.
one?
Elden Field to
Field.
Blizzetta.
Elden Field to
Or-
Blizzetta.
Which it
One
was
of
just
the
a
fishing
fishing
rod
rod, I
was-
think. Yeah.
Oh, you know,
Yeah.
I take it back. I did actually get that one, but it was after I already had both fishing rods and ball and chain, so I didn't write it down.
Fair enough. You were pretty locked in on the lantern there at the end.
Yeah, well, I totally misinterpreted the ball and chain to spinner hint, and the only thing I got behind ball and chain directly that was like ball and chain locked was lantern. But like I didn't realize that ball and chain was the only way to get claw shot at the beginning.
Yeah, it feels kind of deceptive. Because yeah, I mean at that point, getting past the wall chulas and just breaking that that web to get the chest down, you kind of have to like go back through and like realize that there wasn't like a Sphere Zero bow, or there wasn't like a claw shot or anything else that could have knocked that down that had been available. but yeah.
Also with a Sphere Zero Dominion Rod too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Where was the other Dom Rod?
Orden
Orden.
Shield check.
Never made it around to that one.
Yeah, when you got Lantern, we were thinking that you were going to be headed back to do the Ordon clear once you had everything, but yeah, it's yeah, Jim, what's like your kind of like I guess criteria for being like it's Ordon time, considering you tend to leave? Like what are you kind of generally like looking for that makes you go, okay, I'm gonna go back now and like clear that out?
Yeah, I mean, aside from so like the first time I went to Agatha, I didn't have the bug necessary to get ball and chain. But because I went through that area, I had iron boots. I cleared out all of the Sphere Zero stuff that I could, except for like the rest of Orden at that point. And so I was like, well, either the one Sphere Zero bug that I got, or the second Sphere Zero bug that I got after going to Castletown leads to Ball and Chain, which then opens up Forest Temple a little bit, or there's something at Orden. And so I was like, well, I'll take the chance and go back to Orden, and if not, then I will go and turn in bugs to hopefully get Ball and Chain and progress through Forest Temple to stay in Logic.
Okay.
Because, like, I mean, I could have done, like, Iron Boots checks at that point, but, I mean, Iron Boots was locked behind 2 claw shots, and I wanted to stay in
Yeah.
Logic to
That was very
find those 2
demotivating.
claw shots first.
Yeah. It did help in narrowing down where the claw shots were, though, because knowing
Yeah.
that, like, neither of them are going to be in Lakebed at that point was helpful. But yeah, got a few more matches to shake out down in the losers bracket. So
We
gonna
got
be
one
a
on
minute.
Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah, who you say? It's Unknown Pigeon and Floosh, right?
Yes. It's going to be a pretty tight race because both of them are really good with Rando.
And then it's Rafa and G's on the other side.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. That's exclusively French, I believe.
Yeah. This is true. But yeah, so I mean, still a chance that you guys are going head to head again. We'll, kind of see how everything kind of sorts itself in the losers bracket and see who's coming back up to challenge for the title. But yeah, so that one Sunday, yeah, it'll probably be going to be 3 more matches to determine that before we come back up to the grand finals. Not available for a minute.
Dang.
It happens. I mean, it's nice at least that you guys are on the same the same time zones. It'll make it a little bit easier to coordinate because yeah, some of them are having to be organized at, very, very late hours for some people.
I mean, we do have French runners. I think half of them are like French or almost French.
Almost French?
Yeah. It's Belgian.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I hadn't realized that Frenchosity was a spectrum.
Yeah, it is measured by distance from France.
How do you explain Canada then?
I mean,
It's half.
wait, we're both Canadian, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, you're asking the right people. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess we're almost French.
Maybe oceans don't count.
Alrighty. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess any final notes from either of you on on how you felt about the race or anything that stood out?
Other than just the weird ball and chain logic, I think that was probably the highlight of the seed.
I think
For me, at
Agreed.
least.
yeah, and I think my personal highlight was dying to the Bridge of Elden Messengers. I enjoyed that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fun match. Thanks for racing, Jim.
Yep. We'll be excited to not play TPR for a month and then come back.
Cool. Well, don't know if our restreamer baseball is
Hi.
around. Hi.
I'm always around.
I believe
Hi.
it.
Thanks everyone for watching. This was a fun one. Really enjoyed it. My first Twilight Princess rando race I've seen. So thanks. Thanks runners, bewildebeest, gymnast. Put on a great show for all of us and me today. So thank you. And Alexander Harold for tracking. And of course our wonderful commentators, Lee Harold and Audio Pixie. Thank you so much. Yep, as they said, next match on the schedule is Sunday, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, Unknown Pigeon versus Floosh. There's already a full team signed up for it, so we'll probably be able to get a restream. So, yay. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. I'm going to send you over to Simikins, who is doing some Twilight Princess Glitchless Master Sword runs. So I hope you enjoy that. And I will see you next time. Bye.
GG's.